Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about the newish NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop foundation. This little thing right here, and this is a new foundation on the market by NYX. Some people say NYX, and basically it's this new full coverage foundation that they formulated with Alyssa Ashley, who is an influencer on YouTube and Instagram and all of that. And I guess she kind of helped them pick out the shades and everything. So I wanted to, of course, to test out this new foundation to see if it's brand review worthy. And so I applied this foundation onto my face. I had a little bit of difficulty, which you guys will see in the video. So if you want to see what I think about this new NYX foundation, just please keep on watching. So I'm going to be using a sponge today to be applying the foundation, and this is a damp sponge. Okay, so when I try to pump it out, I'm going to show you how much one pump looks like. Okay, so this is one pump. Doesn't really seem like a lot, but they do say it's full coverage, so you may not need a lot. Normally one pump never ever works for me. I'll never do one pump, so I'm just gonna be doing 2 more pumps. So I'm doing 3 pumps, and this is what 3 pumps look like. I feel like 3 pumps is really good. Yeah, so yeah, you're like, oh my god girl, that does not match you at all. I know, but as I said, when it came to like matching in the store, this was the first foundation I gravitated towards. I thought, okay, I actually picked up 3, and this was one of the first 3, and I said, oh, my shade must be one of these, and I wasn't sure. So I did do like, I didn't have on foundation base. I swatched it on my face and some on my neck, and I tested out what I thought would be the best shade for me. So I also asked, normally when I look at foundation like on my skin or anything, I'll be like, yeah, that's my shade, I know exactly. Sometimes even by looking, I can be like, yeah, that's my shade. But still people are in the store that could help me pick my shade. So I said, okay, let me ask somebody. Yeah, I really don't need anymore. So I feel like 2 pumps would give you a lot of coverage. Like, you don't need any more than 2 pumps. And yeah, so let me just stop looking like a Oompa Loompa and apply some concealer, and then you guys will see what I mean about balancing everything out. The concealer I'm using is from, I was thinking of using my ColourPop, but I'm actually going to use my LA Girl, and I'm going to be using the color FAWN. It's a little bit more yellow, so it will definitely help to take away a lot of okay. Then I'm going to be using my sponge to blend out everything. Okay, so now I'm looking a little bit more like myself. Now I'm gonna be taking the Sasha Buttercup setting powder, and I'm gonna be putting some under my eyes. This is also a more yellowy powder that will further balance out the redness. And I really don't mind, because I do this all the time anyways. Like I'm not gonna ever not apply concealer. So even if my foundation is a little bit more red or is a little bit darker, it doesn't matter. Well, it matters, but if I know that I have to wear foundation only, this will not ever be it. Okay, so the next step to do is to set my foundation, and I'm setting my foundation because I'm setting this foundation because I set all of my foundations, and it would be fair to not set this one. I'm just gonna lightly brush some of this powder over it. First, we're going to talk about the price point. So the foundation is $15. You cannot go wrong with a $15 foundation, and it's crap. This one is not crap. It is full coverage, and though it may not be my exact shade, they do have a lot of shades. Speaking of shades, they have 45 shades. I think I'm saying. So just a really quick recap of everything. This foundation, $15, good price point. Shade range, they have 45 shades. That is amazing. I feel like more and more companies should definitely promote a more inclusive shade range, of course. Consistency, it has a good, like, thicker, not super runny but not super thick. I feel like that consistency is perfect. It blended out on the skin with my usual sponge perfectly. I had no difficulties whatsoever blending out the foundation. It didn't like move all over my face or anything. It's pretty much intact with my face. I'm so dumb. But yeah, so it blended out on my face really well. I didn't have any difficulties. I did my same method by using my beauty sponge, and it blended out fine. When I put the concealer on top, I didn't have any problems with that blending out either. So adding product onto it, it's still fine. And I added powder and everything, and it's still pretty good. So I would definitely recommend picking up the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop foundation, just because I feel like it is an affordable foundation that definitely does the job. And if you love full coverage, you will definitely love this because it is full coverage for sure. I don't really have much to say. It is a good foundation. I would say go ahead and pick it up in stores. They are available on NYX website, in the NYX stores, and also on Ulta. So I would say definitely give it a try, especially if you're in the market for a new foundation, but you're not sure if you want to spend like $1,000. Well, you're not sure you want to spend like $30-40 on a foundation. You could definitely try this $15 foundation. It won't do you wrong. It is a matte foundation, and it did dry pretty matte, but it doesn't feel super drying on my skin whatsoever. Like, I know some matte foundations, when you put them on, it's like it's just super matte. This was matte, but it wasn't a drying matte that made my skin feel like crumbly or anything like that. It feels pretty good. It looks pretty good. It's definitely full coverage, and it is buildable. You get the standard 1 fluid ounce, as most foundations are. I think every foundation that I have is 1 fluid ounce. That's just the standard for foundation. Anybody that's giving you less than 1 fluid ounce, like, why even bother? Yeah, every foundation that I have is 1 fluid ounce, and I feel like that's a decent amount for every foundation right across the market, whether it be super expensive or whether it be super cheap. I would just go ahead and get it. I mean, why not? I can't really think of any cons, except that they might not have my exact shade, because I did swatch different shades when I was in the NYX store, and I did ask for help, and together this was the shade that I thought would fit me the most. And it looks pretty good now that everything is on, and that's what really matters, because I'm not just gonna wear foundation by itself. But it's also really nice if I have my exact shade. I might go back one more time and try and see if they can find my exact shade, if there's an exact shade. But so far I am impressed. I don't have any complaints, and thank you guys so much for watching.